Absolutely. So a lot to discuss. Let's start with Merino and Fabian Ruiz. We haven't actually talked with Cozy about Fabian Ruiz at all. So let's combine those two as one segment. So Merino, Team News and Ticks reported a couple of days ago that Arsenal are closing in on Mikel Merino. We were also told that after the holiday, we are going to really approach Merino, and the team won 30 million euros. He rejected Atletico Madrid, or he delayed his move to Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona also interested, but they are focused on other targets. And then for Fabian Ruiz, we were also told Arsenal have initiated discussions with PSG for Fabian Ruiz. This came out of nowhere, but I actually don't know if people know. In 2022 February, we were linked to Fabian Ruiz. That time he was at Napoli, and you were told that you're going to sign him at the end of the season, at the beginning of the 22-23 season. I don't know what happened that campaign. I think we signed Zinchenko, Vieira. Maybe actually went for Vieira instead of Fabian Ruiz. I think that would have been the case. So the first question for you, Cos, is those two. Do you think they're completely different players? Can you see Arsenal fitting the both of them, or do you think it's one of them? And who would you pick?
They are completely different players, actually. I think, despite the fact that both of them play in that central midfield role, Mikel Merino is more like a Granit Xhaka, or what Mikel Arteta wanted to achieve with Granit Xhaka, a physical CM. We've seen the likes of Serge Milinkovic-Savic, we've seen Declan Rice last season. So he's the typical Mikel Arteta number 8, typical Mikel Arteta central midfielder. Fabian Ruiz, on the other hand, is more like the Santi Cazorla, Jack Wilshere. He's the other side of Mikel Merino. He's the other side of Declan Rice. He's about flair. He's about ball progression. He's about making things nice and glittering. But he's not as physical, and he's not as as I would say well developed in terms of his defensive game as Mikel Merino. So for me, yeah, they are very, very different players. I think you look at their numbers, you look at what they do, and both of them have actually played for Spain in almost each and every game. Spain have played for the Euros. Both of them have actually played in those games, and you can see the difference between the two. It's wildly, very, very huge. Now, it's a widespread debate on the internet. Who is better? Who should Arsenal sign? Who would you go for? Personally, I'm not going to lie. I think I do like Fabian Ruiz really, really very well, and I've watched him a little bit longer at the Euros, because Mikel Merino was coming in games like 80 minutes in, 75 minutes in. With Fabian Ruiz, we got time to see him. We got time to appreciate him. But I would go with Mikel Merino. Yeah. And the reason as to why I would go with Mikel Merino is he fits in. He's not going to need time to fit in. He's not going to need time to adapt to this system. He absolutely 100% fits into the Mikel Arteta way of playing. I mean, it's not by coincidence that all the players we are signing are tall, huge players and are very physical players. So Calafiori is the latest addition. Gabriel Magalhaes, Declan Rice, and Mikel Merino would be the other. So I don't think Havertz as well. So I think Mikel Arteta is trying to build a team that can dominate you technically, but I can also dominate you physically. So literally, we are trying to create a machine that you cannot escape in any way, shape, or form. We scored a lot of set-piece goals last season, dead ball situations. Yes, next season we could score more with Calafiori coming in and maybe potentially Mikel Merino. Last season as well, we considered very few goals, in terms of set pieces and dead ball situations. Again, next season, it could be even better. So I think Mikel Merino would be the better one. He would be the player that Mikel Arteta easily tells what to do, because that is what he's been doing at Real Sociedad. You think about the players around him, Mikel Oyarzabal and then Martin Zubimendi, very technical players that allow him to do that box crushing role that we saw with Declan Rice last season, scoring some good number of goals. So I'm going to say, for me, Mikel Merino at the moment makes a lot of sense, right? But I cannot say that Fabian Ruiz is not a good player. I cannot say that I'm attracted to Fabian Ruiz.
It's a case, and then the other case is, who do Arsenal need most? Because I did a poll, and I think most people voted for Fabian Ruiz. I think I'm going to confirm right now what the poll says. Most people want Fabian Ruiz. They said we need a backup for Odegaard, because Fabian Ruiz is more of a creator, and Merino is more of what, because you said that midfield battler. Do you see a case where you can sign both of them if Merino's 30 million and then Fabian Ruiz is an obligation to buy next one? Do you think both of them can fit in Arsenal, or do you think that is too much? That is too many players in the midfield?
No, I can see a case where we sign both of them. My only fear is that both of them are 28, and that could actually be a problem. Like, I don't see Arsenal going out in the market to add 28-year-old Fabian Ruiz and then a 28-year-old Mikel Merino. But I can see a world where we sign both of them. If one is coming in as a direct replacement of Emil Smith-Rowe, then that could be maybe Fabian Ruiz, maybe that could be Mikel Merino. It depends. And then remember, before Emil Smith were leaving, Arsenal 100% wanted to sign a midfielder, whether that was a DM or a CM. We were always going to sign a player, regardless of who stayed and regardless of who left. So I can see Mikel Merino coming as the ideal. We wanted someone, whether we lose someone in midfield or not, we wanted to sign someone, right? And that could be Mikel Merino. And then Fabian Ruiz would be the replacement of Emil Smith-Rowe, and then would be the market opportunity like David Raya. Arsenal look at him, they're like, yeah, we could use him. We are not desperate for him. We are not really looking to sign him before the summer, but now he's available. We'd rather get him. So I can see Arsenal get both of them, but the chances are very small because of their age and also because of where they play and the areas in which they operate. Fabian Ruiz can play as a 10, but I don't think Mikel is looking to bring in an older undercover to Odegaard. In any case, if we are to bring in someone to do the undercover role to Odegaard, it would be someone younger. So it's a weird world, right? It's a weird transfer market. We've been told that Arsenal have really struggled in this market to adapt. I just don't see us fishing two 28-year-old midfielders that play exactly in the same position.
For sure. Now, quick fires, just a quick one. Who do you think would help Arsenal score more goals?
Score more goals? That's a tough one because Mikel Merino really, really loves to get into the penalty area a lot of the time. And with Ricardo Calafiori coming in, you need a player who's willing to shift into the penalty area, into the box, to allow Calafiori use that space. So I would say Mikel Merino. I would say Mikel Merino.
Okay, so Mikel Merino, interesting. And Mikel Merino would still be your answer for who would help us concede less goals as well?
Yeah, 100%.
So if Atsa looks at it like that, then it definitely go for Mikel Merino. Now, I came across some stats. For some reason, I forgot to upload it to show you guys as we speak about him. Fabian Ruiz at the Euros, he was incredible. He was very good. Like, he was getting forward a lot. Like, if you check his stats, he did score 2 goals at the Euros. He had 17 shots and 6 of them were on target. He had 2 assists as well. So 2 goals, 2 assists. He created 3 big chances. 10 key passes, 65 accurate passes, 4.3 duels, 146 ball recoveries. I saw that and I was like, interesting, because I was thinking the same as you, like Merino definitely be done to help us keep clean sheets. Fabian Ruiz was like,